big controversy going on. Huge, massive controversy. You may have heard that Elon Musk is discriminating against non-US citizens. Absolutely horrible. Let's see if he has a good reason to do so.
I would like to ask you the following thing. I'm Russian, and a lot of people here are from many different countries. You're going interplanetary, but you're not going international. When are you going to hire people from other countries than the US?
I love the speech as well. It's very emotional. You're going interplanetary, but you're not going international. I mean, oh my god, this is a poet. Apparently, Elon Musk had a reason for it. He said that in 2016, he was asked why SpaceX doesn't hire non-US citizens. Unfortunately, this is not up to US. US government regulations make it hard to get a job in the US. But if you are working on rocket technology, that's considered advanced weapons technology, so even a normal work visa is insufficient. Unless you get special permission from the Secretary of Defense, the Secretary of the State. So I want to be clear, this is not out of some desire of SpaceX to just hire people with green cards. It's because we are not allowed to do anything else. It's not a wise policy for us because there are many talented people all around the world that we would love to have and work for our company. But unless they somehow get a green card, we're legally prevented from hiring anyone. For example, this is not the case at Tesla. About 30% of our engineering team is from the outside of the United States because we don't have ITAR restriction. So I really wish we could do more. It's just that our hands are tied, right? It seems like a reasonable explanation. However, the DOJ, the Department of Justice, knocked down the hammer and is suing Elon Musk because one employee filed a complaint. I would like to point out that the DOJ has a similar policy. Right, so in my opinion, it's a sensible policy. I mean, you don't want foreign governments to steal advanced weapon technology secrets. How do you think it happens, by the way? Like, do you honestly think that, let's say China wants to steal some advanced weapon secrets? Do you think, like, they hire a James Bond and he goes down like Spider-Man from the air vent? No, the way it happens is that they have agents. They send them into the US in order to apply for a job. And once they get in and they manage to get a job there, they bring back the state secrets at home. That's how espionage happens, by the way. It's not something that's mysterious. It's not James Bond. It happens legally. You know, like they try to make it as natural as possible. The US, by forbidding people of different nationalities to have certain jobs, is protecting itself against this type of espionage. It makes absolute sense. Unless if you're a leftist and you believe that, no, actually, it's fine. If, let's say, Russia has agents within companies that work on advanced rocket technology. Who cares? They should, right? If you don't, you discriminate against them. Also, I want you to consider the PR scandal that Elon Musk avoided. I mean, imagine if he were to hire Russians in his company. You guys remember the moral panic that happened in the West once Russia invaded Ukraine? I mean, there were people at cat competitions that were banned from participating. There were Russian streamers, OnlyFans girls, and other people that had jobs with absolutely no impact on society that were discriminated against. And it was done so with the blessings of the establishment. Now, imagine if a company that actually makes rockets sends people, wants to send people to Mars. If that company had higher-ups of Russian nationality, how do you think that would turn out from a PR standpoint? I mean, even if you have to fire the guy, it's quite difficult when you have a person in a position of power to replace them. So I do understand why Elon Musk does it, and again, like the laws that the United States has by preventing people from working in these positions are actually common sense, and they should exist. And I'm saying this as a foreigner, right? Like as a Romanian. If I ever want to launch missiles onto the moon, I don't think Elon Musk should be able to hire me unless I have the blessings of the United States, Ministry of Security or some shit. But anyway, right. I would want to point out that it's not just Elon Musk that doesn't hire illegals. It's also the Department of Justice. I mean, look on their website, right? The Department of Justice says clearly, conditions of employment, U.S. citizenship required. Right? Why isn't the DOJ suing the DOJ? So anyway, it seems a little bit clear-cut, right? It seems that Elon Musk is protected by the laws of the United States, so why is the DOJ persecuting him? Well, they are persecuting him because he's not hiring dishwashers. I'm not even kidding. This is according to the BBC, and they are claiming that Elon Musk lied about not being allowed to hire non-US citizens, right? So when I saw this, I was like, well, why isn't the BBC editorializing? Because usually when it's a person they don't like, they will immediately say, well, actually, yeah, we looked it up and the laws say that it's... No, like, apparently what the accusation is, as we're going to read forward, the DOJ alleged that SpaceX routinely discouraged asylees and refugees from applying and refused to consider them because of their citizenship status. An asylee is a person who has been granted asylum. They are authorized to work in the US, may apply for a social security card, may request permission to travel overseas, can apply to bring family members into the country. However, the DOJ also said that this is not correct and these laws do not mandate such restrictions. The jobs from which refugees and asylee applicants was allegedly excluded were ranging from dishwashing and cooking to rocket engineering. Right, so because Elon Musk didn't hire someone in a position of a dishwasher, he is now liable for, I guess, like paying millions of dollars. I'm willing to bet like this is what they're going to go with. Why is this newsworthy though? Like even if it's the case, it could seem like a mistake. Like you're setting a company policy, right? Like so. Imagine this, I want to launch rockets to the moon, and I'm being told, yeah, you can do it, but like you need to hire only Americans. And I'm like, okay, well, set up a thing that we only hire Americans, right? And then like you're being hit with a lawsuit because the janitor, which doesn't have anything to do with like launching rockets, he was an illegal or an asylum seeker, and they're basically telling you, yeah, well, you discriminated against this man. All right, well, that looks like a mistake, not like something that's about racismus, which is what the BBC is tying it. To. Like, look here, racismus, discrimination, age, racial. Okay. They're basically trying to say that Elon Musk is a racist. Like, this is why you get these news articles, right? Bad man. Oh, don't use Twitter. Don't use it. Racist man. Racismus. That's what they're going with. In reality, this seems to be like just an uninteresting lawsuit like many companies in the United States face with every day. The fact that he is hiring refugees and asylum seekers in Tesla tells me that this is not a man that's like, oh my god, well, Although, like, you know, you should also ask the question, like, why would it be a problem if a company wants to only hire Americans, though? Right? Like, you need to have American nationality. Like, only American citizens can work there. Why would it be immoral? I mean, in order to become the US president, you have to have the nationality, right? In order to work at the DOJ, you have to have the nationality. Again, I'm asking this as a Romanian, just so you know, right? Why would it be immoral? And alternatively, let's say you have the opposite. You have like a couple of immigrants that want to hire only immigrants. I mean, good luck with that, but, you know, it's bad for businesses, my take. Like, if you do it, it may hurt your business proposition. Most companies aren't incentivized to hire only citizens. It's too expensive. So, you know, if we talk about the morality of the argument, I mean, there's definitely a conversation to be had there. I do think that the government should be, first and foremost, prioritizing its own citizens because those are the ones that pay taxes so that the government can work. It's kind of like the employees of Coca-Cola need to prioritize Coca-Cola over Pepsi, you know, because they get paid by the Coca-Cola company. I know what I'm saying sounds crazy, but still. It's interesting that if you say politicians of Romania need to put Romania's interests first, like that's controversial. But if you say the employees of Coca-Cola need to put Coca-Cola first, then everyone agrees. Why are people so demoralized though? Let me know what you guys think and I will see you in the comment section. Take care.